club has celebrated its 75th year 2 years ago. It was formed by the combination of several clubs which sailed all over the Broads when this Broad became available from the present owner to be leased to us. It's developed slowly over the years, but from wooden boats to encompass dinghies and glass fibre boats.
Commodore System is over a period of time, and it's a position that's held by a flag officer. There's the Rear Commodore, who does a year, then becomes the Vice Commodore, who then does a year, and then the Vice Commodore then becomes the Commodore of the club.
At the moment, because I'm the Commodore, I have to spend a certain amount of time organising other people's sailing, but whenever I can, yes, I'll get in my boat and have a sail.
My parents were sailors, and I used to be a baby in the front of their boat and get swept around, and just grew up with it and started when I was about 5, I think.
So tonight my role was the race officer. So it's my responsibility tonight to set the course this evening, to actually make it so it works well for the sailors, and give them a course to sail. There's flags, which actually tells them, the sailors, the start sequence, but there's boards down there which actually tell the people which direction to sail around the course.
I've sailed at many different clubs. There is a circuit within Norfolk where each club tends to host a regatta for a week, the same week every year, and so we do return to these places to do the regattas. I've personally sailed quite far. I've done Pacific crossings and Atlantic crossings as well.
Our biggest event by far is an event we call Roxham Week, which takes part the last week of July, starting from the beginning of that week right away through, and finishing, and the highlight of our week is the Gold Cup, which is a massive gold trophy which stands as large. At
Easter we have a sailing school where this year we trained 64 children for a week, and we'll repeat that during the summer. Our youth training programme is fairly fundamental to the future of the club.
First started, I was old enough to join, and completed that in a few years, and repeated it until I was old enough to train myself when I was 16. So then I became an instructor and started teaching other kids, and just progressed from there. That's you tend to get that as a sort of cyclical pattern. A lot of the kids who learn to sail here then become teachers themselves, which is great. You know, it just adds so much depth to the club itself in terms of, you know, bringing people on as sailors. The competitive side of sailing, so racing, really enjoy that with a group of other people, and just being around the water and with people and a nice club environment. It's just relaxing. It's a nice place to be.
I've sailed throughout my life and enjoy it. We do race here very competitively, but apart from that, it's nice to just sail down the river and enjoy the wildlife that we have.
It's really through my son. Many years ago, my son came to one of the sailing schools here, and I thought it was a great place to be and to sail. So I joined the club, bought a boat, and that was 15 years ago. This is my club, and I love sailing here.